right, looks like we are ready to go. I think so. Let's just take a look. Again, trying to get used to with all of the updates. All right, let's see. Boom. Okay, so we're looking good right now. And yesterday, if you were joining me, we went over a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, but some technical issues happened. So what do? We go back to the drawing board, which brings me back to how I want to start off today. Do you want to give up or do you want to double down? If you're struggling right now with the marketing, with the advertising, with getting more sales in through the front door, there are a few options you could take, right? A few different routes. You could give up and you could say, you know what, I need to close the doors. The market's not right. The location isn't right. The product's not right. Whatever it may be. Or you could actually double down and you could say, you know what, I'm going to figure out a way to make this damn thing work. And that's what I want to share with you today. There's a lot of business owners that are struggling. I mean, we're going into year 5 right now, which is a pretty big feat, right? For most business owners, most companies, they're by statistics aren't making it out of, I think it's like what, 40 or 50% are making it out of year 1. And then it just gets higher and higher. I think there's only about 20% of those that make it out of year 5. And there's only less than, I think, 5% that make it out of year 10. So if you plan on being in business for a very long time, you've got like a 1 in 20 chance or so like that, 1 in 25 chance of making it past year 10. Depending on how it's broken down and what industry. So if you want to set yourself up, we've got to be able to make sure you understand how you're speaking to your market. How are you speaking to your future prospects? We cannot find ways to skip stages. You'll find that a lot of the time we get into business and we go, I've got something pretty incredible and my market needs it. My market wants it. I've got to give it to them right now. And they're not going to really have much, there's not going to really be much opposition because our competition, we don't have any. How many times have you said that, right? We don't have competition. We do something completely different than anybody else out there in the market. And our customers or future customers are just going to see that. And they're going to come to us and they're going to buy from us because we are just as cool as we are. That's never going to work. It's not a strategy. That's hopeful prayer. That's wishful thinking. What we want to do is make sure that you're set up for success. So what we have to do is make sure you understand the reasoning behind your market's buying decisions. What stages are they in? Why are they doing what they're doing? That's going to help you create the marketing campaigns that you need to help move them to the sales process. So before we get too deep into this, there's got to be a complete differentiation between sales and marketing. If you are basing your sales and saying my sales are suffering because of my marketing efforts, then there's got to be some data to prove that. And here's how you can know if that's the case. If your marketing's suffering and your sales process is not, then that means that you're getting a lot of people, or you're not getting a lot of people through the front door. You're not getting focus. You're not getting attention. But when you do get them in, you're making the sale. You're closing the deal. You're getting them to move forward and to exchange monetary compensation, right, for your value or service in exchange for that. That's what you're doing. If that's the case, your marketing is the problem. Your marketing has some issue, and you're going to learn exactly how to fix that today. Now, on the flip side of that, if you are getting a lot of people through the front door, and these people are doing things, right? You could see them taking action from being found on Google, they're finding you on Google, and then us disrupting them on their Facebook or retargeting them on YouTube or Instagram or wherever it is, right? And we're getting them through to the actual offer. They're seeing what you have to provide for them and they're not buying. That's a sales problem. So that's the best way for me to share with you. Marketing goes over here, sales goes over here, and they're connected and intertwined. This marketing should make this sale easier, not inevitable, not guaranteed, but easier and more scalable. If we only focus on people who are going to buy today, then the marketing wouldn't really come into play. There's another difference that a lot of marketers don't take time to understand the vernacular, which is the difference between marketing and advertising. There's a difference between marketing and advertising. Advertising is taking people who are, let's say in this case, what I'm going to share with you, from stage 1. Advertising is to your cold traffic. Advertising is people who have no idea what's going on in the world and how you can help them. And then you have marketing, which is taking that message and serving it over and over again to those who you captured from your advertising. Think about that. Advertising are people who don't know you. Marketing is for people who do. It's your market. It's your market. That's why they call it marketing versus advertising.
Hopefully that helps. There's all these different, I guess you could say, the mindset tricks that we could play on ourselves to help us see and understand better about what the actual market is doing right now. Okay? Now let's get into, now that we understand the difference between sales and marketing, okay, let's look at exactly where your market's at. We have 5 stages that every person is in, or goes through in their buying stage. So your market has a group of people right now that are in each of these stages. And it's our job to serve them exactly what they need where they're at. Now, unfortunately, what happens, most business owners, they take this opportunity when they get someone for the very first time to meet with them and they say, buy my stuff. And they just spew out all these things that have nothing to do with that person. Think about how many times you've gotten a message, if you have, about people wanting something from you, right? Hey, give me this, give me that, give me your time, give me your money, buy this from me. Versus, hey, here's what this could do for you. Now, of course, features and benefits, that's elementary, right? We understand that we have to lead with with benefits, and we understand that those benefits have got to be emotionally biased to that person's lifestyle. So if we are looking at it from a case of, okay, we know that we're going to be dealing with the majority of our market, which is going to be unaware that they even have a problem, then we understand that that's where our message has to go. Think about the difference between people who are in stage 1 now. If we look at the map, stage 1 are people who are unaware of the problem. A lot of the time, business owners are going, okay, well, I'm going to take stage 1 person and take stage 5 messaging and stage 5 type of content, and I'm going to place it in here because you know what? They should be ready to buy. Just not the case. And very rarely is it ever the case. What you want to do is make sure that we have a complete experience, what you call a customer journey. I'm sure you've heard that before. In order for us to walk them through the marketing and into the sales line, right? Think about it like this. The people who are in the store, shopping around at Target, the big department stores, in Home Depot, wherever it is, those folks, they are, guess what? They're being marketed to. They're walking up and down the aisles, right? They're walking up and down the aisles. Now, it's the actual store's job, to be able to say, hey, let's get you in line. It's not anybody else's. It's, okay, I walked into this store, I'm shopping around, I'm getting marketed to. Now it's signs and it's calls to actions that are saying, check out here, right? We're not coming into the store and them going, hey, here, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. This is on sale. Don't worry about looking around. You don't need to do your research. You don't need to do anything or question my motives. All you have to do is just buy from me right now. Buy this right now and buy this right now. That's what we're doing to people, right? That's what so many marketers and business owners are doing today. They're taking their advertising, they're shoving it in their market's face, and they're saying, you know what? I know you don't know me, but I'm a good person by now. That's not the case. Unless you're selling tires to people who need roadside assistance or just got done having a flat, right? Unless you're not doing something that is in need, like in demand, in the moment that it happens, then you're going to be in a position where you have to create, and even then you still have to create this follow-up because you're going to want to have them buy back from you a second and a third time, right? So this process here is moving people from being unaware that they have a problem to being aware. Now, each message within this stage is going to be crafted different, and it's going to be tailored to the content that you're going to basically put in front of them. So let's think about this for a second. Stage 1, very low barrier entry, easy to consume. We're thinking about bringing somebody from not knowing who you are, or not even really knowing they have a problem, to saying, hey, you know what? Hey, this is an issue. Okay? And then we take them to stage 2. Once they get aware of that problem, they're in stage 2, which now we can start to give them longer pieces of content. We can start to fill them in webinars and demonstrations, and we can start to do things for these folks that are going to require a little more of their time. Right? Now think about this. How's your system set up? Is your system going straight to a lead gen, right, where you're giving them a low barrier entry point, something that's short, actionable, goal-oriented, and easy to consume? Something that's like 2 to 4 minutes that can be consumed with practical steps of action they could take, or something that can get them a result or some type of benefit? And then are you taking them through a longer presentation to help them get to know, like, and trust you a little bit more? Soft calls to actions, planting the seed, leaving the trail of breadcrumbs, right? That's what we're doing here. And or are you taking cold traffic and saying, hey, sign up for my webinar? This is what pisses me off so many times about the gurus and I hate that word guru too, but all the big guys out there that are sitting there saying that you need to run cold traffic to a webinar and that it works like gangbusters and that gangbusters or whatever, and that it's just amazing. And that's the only thing that you need, and just get up your webinar setup. It's not the case. If you're in professional services, you're selling anything right now and you're seeing that message and you're saying, I've tried webinars and it didn't work. This is why. This is exactly why, because those folks that are telling you that, guess who they're running it to? They're running it to their market because you've probably done business or seen their stuff before. And next thing you know, they're like, hey, jump on a webinar, right? That is the opposite of what they're teaching, which is why I wanted to take time out today and share with you why it works when you work it well. You have an opportunity every day to get thousands and thousands of people into your business, taking them from stage 1 to stage 2, stage 2 to stage 3. Now in stage 3, we're looking for us, meaning the consumer now, right? So the consumers are looking for in stage 3 the ability to create trust more so than at any other stage in their buying decision. If we don't build trust at this point, we lose them. We lose them. And this is where a lot of folks give up. They're like, well, I've already put in so much work. I gave them a lead magnet. I shared with them my offer. I did one video. Why aren't they buying? If they're not buying, then they're just not qualified. They're just not ready. You know, that's not the case. That's not the case. If you buy into that mentality, you should do everyone a favor, close your doors, okay, and then just go back to what you were doing before. Because if we're not, as business owners and entrepreneurs, here to help serve and deliver every single day to our market something that's going to benefit them, you're in business for the wrong reasons, and you're probably not going to make it. Now, if you are in it for the right reasons and you're making this happen, what's going to be the result of this is you moving them naturally from, hey, I don't even know I have a problem, to, you know what, I get it now, I see it, to, oh my goodness, there's an actual solution to this that I think I can accomplish, or I think I can achieve, to where's my next goal? Where's my next step? And so that's where stage 4 comes in. The Niche Aware campaign is where we can open up their eyes to everything that's available to them that can help them. I'm going to go through a real life example for you in just a second, walking you through what a person would look like from stage 1 to stage 4 so you can see the example of what it looks like in the illustration. Once we get them to see that, oh my goodness, there's so many different types of this product or service out there that I could do, that I could use, that I could take to get me this result, which one's going to get me the best deal right now that I need at this moment? That's where the Offer Aware campaign comes in. What we want to do is in each of these campaigns is create the language and the messaging to position you in a way that says, you know what? I know that you don't know what your problem is, and I'm not going to sell you on my product until you understand not only the problem, but the best solution for you, right? That's care. That's a sense of urgency because you're moving them through. You're saying, look, yeah, we got to hurry, bud. We got to get going. But you're not saying buy now or you don't care about your kids. Buy now or you're not qualified, right? That's not the case. 90 days to 2 years out? 90 days to 2 years out is where 80% of your sales are going to come from. 80%. I want to be in business in 2 years, right? So I want to focus on the heavy majority. I want to focus on how do I accumulate sales today. Yes, we want to optimize for today's money, but we want to prepare for tomorrow's money and next week and next year. And we can't do that if we're only focusing on stage 1. It just doesn't work like that. Stage 2 now is going to be scalable, but it's not going to be those that are going to be buying today, right? So we have to think about this. Stage 1, stage 2, totally scalable. This is where we want to put the money in. This is where we can go as big as we want. It's, turn it up to $1,000 a day on your ad spend, right? Totally doable. When we look at now the Offer Aware, how many people do you think are aware of your specific offer that you can do, that you have right now? Well, it's not scalable because that only gets bigger. That pool, that little stage 5 only gets bigger when you pump more people through stage 1 and filter them down naturally. So once you have more people coming through the front door, those that are going to stick around and remain interested down to stage 5 are going to be your buyers of today. But we can't get buyers of today until we share with them and show them that we're trustworthy, that we can listen and help in advance, and that we also can provide them with different solutions to their problems. And once that happens, now they're like, okay, what do you have to offer me, man? Right? And that's what we want to get them to. Now, the perfect example I want to share with you is stage 1. Let's imagine, and I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but let's imagine that this is a really unhealthy dude that we're going to be talking about here is our market, our target market. And we're in the fitness space and we're selling as a local business our fitness services. Okay, we have all kinds of services that we help people lose weight and get fit and get healthy. Stage 1, let's imagine this gentleman was like me in my 20s, right? Sitting back on my couch and I was just loving life. I'm talking I could eat anything. It was just, I was super unhealthy, right? Super unhealthy, but it didn't matter because I was living my best life, right? Stage 1, I was completely happy. Then what happens is you become aware of a problem. You start to see, oh my goodness, I'm starting to get a little out of shape, right? I start to notice myself and comparing myself to other people. You start to see magazines and read articles. So people are starting to make me aware. Now imagine if that was you, right? Imagine if that was your company that was helping me become aware of my problem. Now all of a sudden I'm like, dang, I got a problem. I get it now. This has got to stop. I don't even know how or where to begin. Okay, well now you start serving me the campaign 3, which is, look, here's what you could do to do X. How to do X, how to do Y. How to remove yourself from this lifestyle. How to build in these positive habits, right? So you're giving me all these solutions. And it could be now mindset. It could be nutrition. It could be fitness, right? It could be strength training. There's all these different now, I guess what you would call subcategories of what I offer. So then guess what happens? I move them into the niche aware, which I can now say, okay, well, let's say I offered you, you know that you now need exercise to lose weight. It's not going to be strength training. It's going to be, let's say cardio exercise, right? So once I get you there, now I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, well, inside my cardio, what do we have? We have, we have the stepping stairs, we have the cyclists, we have jogging, we have whatever it is that you offer inside of your facility now is going to help them see that, okay, we understand that they did not even know they were out of shape, to know, oh my goodness, I'm unhealthy, to, wow, there's options for me to get healthy. It's going to be either fitness, it's either going to be mindset, it's going to be nutrition. What are my habits that I have to crack right now so that I can get better and get to that level that I need to get to now that I'm aware of my problem? And then it's, okay, well, I understand that I'm going to go in this area here. Okay, I got to lose weight. So weight loss is my thing. And then it gets to the niche aware. Okay, so now I understand that I'm following my path to lose weight. Where am I going to go to lose weight? Is it going to be CrossFit? Is it going to be, Gold's Gym? Is it going to be with a private trainer? Is it going to be with group training? Is it going to be in a local gym, a personal gym? How am I going to do this? I need to become niche aware. I need to know what's aware and what's out there. And these are different types of content, article pieces, and different videos and different show pieces that we're going to create or that you would create for your market. Then that leads them to the offer. Now, once we have all that attention and they're getting through this, oh my goodness, okay, well, here's the offer. Okay, here's how you get this. If you're interested in X, Y, or Z, this is how you're going to get this, and this is the offer for you. So here's the add-ons and the premiums. Here's the guarantee. Here's the irresistible offer, right? Here's the scarcity behind it, and then we take them through the funnel that way. This is our VPC method laid out in a level of awareness process. This way you could see that when we deliver value through stage 1 and stage 2, we earn the right to pitch them in stage 3 and stage 4, which then earns us the right to sell, direct sell. I'm talking like, hey, buy now in stage 5. So if you do want to have that buy now advertisement and you do want that direct response result, that's totally fine. And I think that's good for you to want that. We encourage our clients to make sure that we can have it set up for that. But we have to go through the process first. Now, if you've been in business for a long time, what we would usually do is we would start with stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 5, because you probably already have some people that are aware of your offer. And that's going to come from people that are on your email list, people that have been following you on social media, engaging with your videos, things of that nature, past buyers, referrals. All those folks and current clients, all those folks that we can create an offer for are already aware of your offer. Okay. And that's what we want to do, is make sure that you are set up to get instant, what we would call profitable or business assets, right? Profit centers. We're creating Profit Center A in stage 5, Profit Center B in stage 1, Profit Center C in stage 2, and so on and so forth. And when you have all these profit centers built up, you'll know which campaign is generating the most return. So then guess what happens? You get to now focus on not only what level of awareness you need to really dump in more focus and more content to educating and caring for and nurturing and bringing them closer to the process of buying, right? To the decision of buying. And you also know what platform works the best and brings you the most return. What order do we need to follow up with them on? So you'll see here in the map is going to be making sure that we can get in front of them, remove ourselves from obscurity, get that attention and focus, and move them into whether it be a Google campaign or by a Google campaign or YouTube campaign. Now this could be rearranged. We could take them and we could put them onto Facebook first and then remarket to them on either of these channels. Or we can, same thing with Instagram and Google. Any which way that we need to do this is going to be based on where your market's at and what data do we have to show where the best starting point is. Then we want to reverse engineer your market's mindset and go, okay, well, we know that you have your offers here. We know that we have all these stages. Do you have the content created? Or does it need to be created? If you don't have this content created, meaning stage one is going to be filled with PDFs, checklists, guides, journeys, articles, things like that, easy downloads, things that are going to be quick and actionable for them to consume. Then you're going to get into stage two, which is going to be more like demonstrations, webinars, okay, longer form content. I have micro masterclasses right now that are working really well. So not hour-long webinars, but they're like 25-minute, 30-minute micro masterclasses. Then we have the cold traffic, which is going to be, stage three, which is going to be to seeking trust. So this is going to be your case studies. These are going to be your testimonials. These are going to be all the things that you're looking for to share that, look, I can do what I say I'm doing. And when you get that in there, again, people want what people want, and people trust when other folks can share the result and it's authentic, right? And then we get into the niche where this is going to be a lot of your warm traffic. They're almost ready to buy, but this is completely unscalable. These are going to be your differentiator factors. I like to walk our clients through what we would call our hook and offer exercise, which helps us understand the differentiating factors, helps us understand their unique proposition, helps us understand how they're coming at for more. What's their specialty? How is it that their signature sauce is better than the rest? And that's what we want to make sure that we have an understanding of. And when you have a clear understanding of that, it makes it real easy for you to create the content necessary. So stage four can come in little quick videos. These could be those direct sales videos, 15-second videos, product highlights, things like that are going to get folks to say, you know what, hey, we have these available for you, and this is why it's beneficial. And typically you're going to see those be ran in like carousel ads on Facebook, multiple opportunities to highlight one product, service, or testimony, things like that. Then we have in stage five, which is direct sale. We're talking like this is where the money is made. So if you are working on your advertising campaigns and you're expecting stage one people from your lead magnets to be able to fund the entire business, to go, okay, well, I'm generating leads, but I'm not making sales. Well, what do you have any of this set up? How are you getting back in front of them? We can't rely just on email anymore, right? We can't. It's not going to work. Email direct. I love email marketing, but the email open rates, the data's shown that, I mean, if you have your list segmented, you're lucky to get 50% open rates. It's probably right around 30% open rates though, and click-throughs are right around 10 to 15%. So to have that type of only is putting your eggs in one basket that I wouldn't do. I would want to have them on multiple channels, and this is how you could do that at a cost-effective way and know that you're actually selling and you're going to create revenue from your marketing. If you don't have the selling in place, remember, let's go back to the beginning of the training today. If you don't have your sales mechanism in place, meaning how are you selling to them, which is going to come through in stage five. How are you selling to them? What's the process? Then all the marketing that you've done, unfortunately, isn't going to mean anything. It's literally going to be like you took a match to it and just burned it. That's how disgusting it's going to feel. I've worked with clients, and I've had clients come to us before they were clients that literally shared horror stories about these things. And worse is when the client knows, or when you know that the content needs to be created and you're still trying to go from stage one to stage five, thinking that there's going to be a different result. It's just never going to happen that way. And as business owners, and as my job, I mean, as someone who is being trusted with a lot of responsibility with our clients' businesses, right? This is their baby. I cannot share with them that this is going to work if it wasn't going to work. I can't share with them, oh yeah, we can get to stage one and build a business on that. No, that would be a lie. Unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there doing that, where they're kind of feeding off this, well, just get low cost leads. I'm just going to get you lead gen. You worry about the rest. All that is good. Not really, because now look at everything that's in line to be able to make this work, right? This is why sole Facebook companies, agencies, they're not the best choice for a small business, because a small business needs to be seen on multiple channels. So once you have your identity as a business owner, and you understand the philosophy that you are living by, then you adopt the methodology, or you create your methodology. What happens is you start to create these strategies and tactics that are going to get you the results that are going to support your philosophy. Then you start to create and attract the marketing that's going to bring in your ideal customer, your ideal client. And when you can get into the mindset of that person and start to say, okay, well, I know that this one person that I'm talking about is in one of these 5 stages right now, and I need to speak to this person if they're in stage 1. And then I'm going to walk this person through all the stages, and then I'm going to go into my content library and see exactly what I have available that I can place on each of these blank squares. Think about that. If you already have a lot of content, all you have to do is just line it up and place it in here, and then set it up in your ad accounts, and then make sure all your sites are set up and integrated properly, and you're good to go, right? This is the flow chart that you want to follow to see, where am I at in my content creation? What do I still need left? What do I still have left to create? Am I being seen everywhere? And am I saying or speaking the right message to the right person at the right time? All right. If you're doing this is just a refresher course for you. But most likely, there's some things that I shared with you today that you can start to implement. And so that's what I want to share with you today, is that anything that I shared that was of value today, I'd love for you to drop them in the comments below. If you have any questions, love to get a conversation started with you about everything that we were talking about today. And if you need any help with putting one of these things together, and you'd like me and my team to do it for you for free, all you gotta do is head over to toptexasconsultants.com. The links will be somewhere around the stream here, and we'll actually create one for you. Okay, no pressure or anything like that. All the details are on the letter that I wrote when you visit toptexasconsultants.com. And just know that this can be done for you. We'll make sure that you have a full understanding of the content that needs to be created, where it all goes, and how you could leverage the VPC method into your business so that your marketing dollars start turning into profits. I hope you had a great time today with me, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.